Imagine sitting in your living room, picking up your remote, and instantly choosing between Netflix, YouTube, or live television, all from a single screen. That's something we take for granted today. But only a few decades ago, televisions were nothing more than simple boxes that displayed whatever signal they were fed. No apps, no internet, no smart features. The smart TV, that sleek, internet-connected hub in our homes, is actually the result of nearly a century of technological evolution, corporate innovation, and human curiosity about how to make entertainment more personal and interactive. To truly understand how smart TVs came to be, we have to go back to the very beginning, to the birth of the television itself. The birth of television. Before the word smart ever entered the equation, television was just television. In the 1920s and 1930s, inventors across the world, from John Logie Baird in Scotland to Philo Farnsworth in America, were racing to turn the dream of moving pictures into a real household device. By the 1950s, TV sets had made their way into millions of homes. But these early televisions were purely analog machines. They received signals through antennas, and what you saw depended on what was being broadcast. There was no way to pause, rewind, or choose. The TV was passive. You watched whatever was on when it was on. Still, it became the centerpiece of family life, a window to the world. The digital shift. As the decades passed, television technology slowly evolved. In the 1980s and 1990s, digital technologies began creeping in, first through the rise of VCRs, DVD players, and cable television. Suddenly, people had choices. You could record shows, rent movies, and even subscribe to hundreds of cable channels. But TVs themselves were still dumb. They could display images, but they couldn't process data or connect to networks. Behind the scenes, however, something revolutionary was brewing: the rise of the Internet. When the Internet began spreading rapidly in the 1990s, engineers started wondering, what if our TVs could connect to the web just like computers? The first experiments with Internet TV. The idea of an Internet television wasn't entirely new. In fact, the first attempts at combining television and the Internet appeared as early as 1994, when Net Channel and WebTV tried to create a device that would let you browse the web on your TV. In 1996, a company called WebTV Networks, founded by Bruce Perlman, Bruce Leak, and Phil Goldman, introduced a set-top box that connected your television to the Internet using dial-up. It wasn't perfect, the browsing experience was slow, and the picture quality wasn't great, but it was revolutionary for its time. Microsoft saw the potential and bought WebTV in 1997 for $425 million, renaming it MSN TV. This was arguably the first step toward the modern smart TV, a television that could access information beyond broadcast signals. Still, the idea was ahead of its time. Internet speeds were too slow, websites weren't designed for TV screens, and consumers weren't ready to use their television as a computer. The rise of the flat screen and digital TVs. While web TV struggled, something else was happening in the background. Display technology was transforming. Bulky CRTs, cathode ray tubes, were being replaced by LCD and plasma displays, which were thinner, sharper, and capable of displaying high-definition content. By the early 2000s, the term HD TV had entered the public vocabulary. These TVs were digital, meaning they could process more complex signals, a crucial step toward becoming smart. But the Internet connection was still missing. It wasn't until broadband became widespread that the foundation for truly connected TVs was laid. The birth of the Smart TV. The phrase Smart TV officially appeared around 2007, and this is when things started to change quickly. In 2007, HP, LG, Samsung, and Sony began experimenting with televisions that could connect to the internet via Ethernet or Wi-Fi. That same year, Netflix launched its streaming service, and YouTube was exploding in popularity. Suddenly, the demand for TVs that could access online content skyrocketed. The earliest smart TVs were clunky by today's standards. They had slow interfaces and limited apps, but they introduced something revolutionary: content on demand. No more waiting for a broadcast schedule. You could choose what to watch, when to watch it. The concept of the smart TV was officially born. The Smart Revolution. By the 2010s, smart TVs had become a global phenomenon. Samsung, LG, Sony, Panasonic, and Toshiba were leading the charge. Each brand built its own smart platform, like Samsung Smart Hub, LG WebOS, and Sony Bravia Internet TV. These televisions featured built-in Wi-Fi, preloaded apps, and app stores where users could download Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Amazon Prime Video, and Disney+. In 2011, Samsung even introduced gesture control and voice recognition, early forms of what we now call AI integration. Meanwhile, the rise of streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, and Disney Plus turned the smart TV into an entertainment hub. For the first time, the TV became interactive. The app ecosystem and operating systems. As smart TVs evolved, manufacturers realized they needed smarter software. Instead of creating their own systems from scratch, many companies turned to existing tech giants. Google introduced Android TV, allowing manufacturers like Sony and Philips to integrate Google's platform. Amazon followed with Fire TV Edition, while Roku partnered with brands like TCL and Hisense. These partnerships made smart TVs faster, more reliable, and filled with apps users already loved. Meanwhile, LG's WebOS and Samsung's Tizen OS became powerhouses, sleek, simple, and capable of handling streaming, gaming, voice assistance, and smart home control. By now, the term television had officially transformed into a computer for your living room. The AI era and smart integration. In the 2020s, the term smart TV took on a new meaning. These weren't just TVs that connected to the internet, they became AI-powered devices capable of understanding speech, learning habits, and integrating with smart homes. Smart TVs today come with built-in assistants like Alexa, Google Assistant, and Bixby, allowing users to control not just the TV, but their entire home, lights, thermostats, cameras, and more, all from the same screen. AI also powers personalized recommendations, adaptive picture modes, and automatic updates. Streaming has replaced cable for millions of people, and smart TVs have become the centerpiece of digital life. The future of smart TV. So where is the smart TV heading next? The future points toward greater interactivity and deeper AI integration. We're moving toward 8K resolution, holographic displays, and fully voice-activated systems that know what you want to watch before you even ask. Companies are experimenting with transparent displays, rollable screens, and even TVs that disappear when not in use. The line between TV, computer, and personal assistant is blurring fast. In the coming years, the television might not just entertain us, it could become an intelligent companion, managing our media, communication, and even parts of our daily lives. From the simple black and white boxes of the 1930s to today's voice-controlled 8K screens, the journey of the television mirrors the evolution of human communication itself. Once a passive device for watching whatever was transmitted, it has become a living, breathing, interactive portal connecting people to infinite content across the world. The story of the Smart TV is not just about screens and pixels, it's about how technology transformed the way we experience stories, knowledge, and connection. And who knows, the next evolution might not even be a TV at all. It might be something smarter, something truly alive.